brotherly love, home of the Liberty Bell, where the 76ers are looking to take on a Western Conference opponent. This is the first game in the Grizzlies' road trip. They know this is the type of game they need to win if they're going to take the next step, facing a closely ranked team. No clear underdogs based on the tail of the tape.
And keep in mind, just the two-game season series. This is their final game against this group, and they're looking to duplicate the outcome of that first contest where they played a terrific ball game.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, given the way things went for them in that game, I'll bet they wish they could play them more than just twice. But we'll see if they feel that way once this game's over.
Now look at Memphis's starting group. Randolph is the 4 with Gasol in the middle. Allen and Green are the wings, and it's Conley in at the 1 spot. And so here's Memphis. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
And it goes back to what's been their strength, really, on the interior. From a defensive standpoint, they just defended the rim as well as you could.
Yeah, I thought it was really impressive the way they did it, guys. They were alert, they were active, they were aware, and their reaction to shots was outstanding.
The shot's good from Randolph. Going over some of the quickest players in the league, you think about Mike Conley and Clark. What sets him apart is that he's always under control, I think.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, he takes great care of the basketball, uses the change of speed and hesitation moves to get where he wants to go, and he's masterful in getting into the lane and finishes with both hands.
You know, Mike's such a gifted decision maker with the basketball, deadly in the pick and roll, a threat to pass, shoot, or finish inside. And how about that teardrop that he's perfected, able to finish with either hand? Just a terrific strength of his game. And, you know, if you think about Mike Conley, some of the similarities to Tony Parker, I mean, they both present that tremendous quickness and balance between scoring and passing. Both are also terrific finishers in the paint. And look, they started at opposite ends. Parker more of a scorer, Conley more of a passer, but now I see a lot of overlap as their games have evolved.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
I had a chance to catch up with Dave Yeager. We talked about how they can best press their advantages in this game, and he told me that he expects their shot blocking to play an important role. He said, listen, obviously we want to keep them on the perimeter as much as possible, but with our length and timing, we can also bottle them up inside. And Kevin, he's hoping that'll help them secure their second win in this season series.
Thanks, Doris. And as Doris provided the details, guys, the way they plan to attack defensively will be key early on, won't it?
Absolutely. And if that's the strategy, they've got to be full of energy, full intensity right off the bat.
And that's a real pillar to any successful defense when you talk about intensity. I mean, you can't go half-heartedly or halfway.
And here is Conley after the three-pointer from Ezail Iverson. Green dishes to Randolph. Picked away. Now here's Roten, covered by Conley. Roten kicks to Covington. Rejected by Gasol. Allen with it, and Roten picks him up defensively. To the middle, here's Randolph. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3. Philadelphia has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Noel against Randolph. Puts up the baby hook. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. The Grizzlies trail by 3. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Outside Conley. He feeds it to Allen. Passes to Gasol. Memphis moving it around. Conley dishes to Allen. From deep, Green. And it's Noel with the rebound. Philadelphia leading by 3. Iverson passes to Roten. And Noel kicks to Iverson. Picked by Okafor. Shot clock at 6. And Gasol sends it back. The Grizzlies have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Conley against Noel. No one near Conley as he lets it go. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Looked like he was trying to go for a degree of difficulty points on that shot.
Last season, Memphis fell late and would end up with the 5th seed in the NBA playoffs. Only one of 2 teams to make the playoffs each of the last 5 seasons, along with the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah, and they were a team that nobody wanted to play. Memphis drew Portland in that first round, and even though they were the 5th seed, they had home court advantage.
Now here's Gasol. An 11-point game for him in the win against Indiana.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
From 11 feet away, rejected by Randolph. And they'll keep possession. Green against Iverson. Kicks it to Noel. Dishes to Covington. 3-pointer. That's good. Great play set up by Iverson.
You know, guys, Memphis walks through the first round against Portland. The second round, a lot tougher against Golden State. They went up 2-1 in that series, but couldn't hold on to that lead.
Now here's Allen, looking for his first basket still in this one. Here's Conley. That one wide left.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Inside. Kicks it out to Iverson. Grizzlies with the rebound.
And guys, Memphis would lose 2 of their 3 games at home against Golden State. So things got tough with the Conley injury and missing Tony Allen as well. But they did put up a good fight, ultimately, though, falling in 6 games to the Warriors.
Now here's Iverson following the miss by Zach Randolph. And that one's good, Iverson. Iverson's got 5.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
And it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Wright, he's checked in for Gasol. Barnes comes in for Green. Lee's checked in for Tony Allen. And it's Chalmers in for Mike Conley. And another miss by Memphis.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
The shot by Thompson, and no one's around. No good with the triple.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
No, it always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
Now, here's Randolph. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Indiana. Here's Philadelphia. They're on a 12-4 run. Pass to Landry. He kicks it to Boozer. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Now, here's Chalmers. A 14-point game for him in the win against Indiana. The dish to Lee. Back to Chalmers. And Wright kicks to Chalmers. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Chalmers has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Clark, Brandon Wright was moving all over the league last year, all over the map, traded twice, once from Dallas to Boston, then again sent to Phoenix where he finished up the season.
Kevin, he was only with Boston for 8 games after the trade. He seemed to find a better home when he was with Phoenix.
Here's Landry. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And for Wright, being traded twice, he's one of those players that is so efficient, but in small doses. So really the ultimate bitch guy to come in and give you minutes in the post. You know, I think that will ultimately be Wright's role going forward, a great bench option. Despite all the trades, last year he was still extremely efficient as a scorer.
The Grizzlies trail by 7. And there's the pass to Barnes. Feeds to Lee. And the wide open shot from Chalmers. Offensive rebound. Wright dishes to Randolph. It's in. That's his 3rd field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense is giving him. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
Listen, playing Western Conference teams is never easy. And for the 76ers last year, it got downright ugly. Some games against the West, they just didn't stand any chance.
Philadelphia with the ball, leading by 5. To the paint, here's Boozer. The 76ers with another miss.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
Chalmers against Grant. Picked by Randolph. Now the feed to Lee. 6 on the shot clock. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. A lot of blowouts for Philly last year against the West, as you talked about. Greg only managed to take 6 wins in their 30 games. Clark out of conference.
And Kevin, that was tied for the fewest wins against the West in the league. But again, no surprise with Philadelphia because they really were focused on developing young talent there.
The Grizzlies trail by 5. And Chalmers kicks to Randolph. Thompson against Wright. Boozer with the rebound.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Here's Grant. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Nick Stauskas is checked in for Thompson. 1:14 left here in the opening quarter. Boozer a screen on Randolph. Landry passes to Boozer. Just 5 on the clock. Off target from outside. Memphis has gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Lee kicks to Barnes. Right side Randolph. Right through the D for the layup. Randolph's got 8. 41 seconds left to play in the first. Pass to Landry. Rejected by Randolph. Lee dishes to Chalmers. Randolph a screen. Now here's Barnes. Not a lot of room. Courtney Lee is on the wing. 5 on the clock. Off target from the wing. Tries to snap the cold streak. And it's good on the layup.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
And so the first quarter is in the books. 76ers lead by 5. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2.